What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more UB40 and more from the 1980 to 2000 very best of compilation. Thank you once again to Adam. And the next track is If It Happens Again. So on the surface, I don't know if this is a UB40 original or if it's a cover. Easy there, Luca. But I will say it sounds, number one, like a hypothetical. You're not saying it will happen again or it'll never happen again. You're specifying if it happens again, and thus, would you stop? It sounds like one half of a conditional statement, an if-then statement. If it happens again, then this will happen, or then I will act in this manner, or then I would expect this to follow. So yes, it sounds like part of a story, part of a possibility, but it is up in the air as to whether that will become actual. And let's shoot the video before Luca knocks everything down. This is UB40, If It Happens Again, included in the very best of 1980 to 2000 compilation.
Happens again, I'm leaving. I'm back on my things and gone. If it happens again, there'll be no looking back, and I won't say I told you so. I won't say I told you so. You did what you were told and you took the step. Been left out in the cold, got yourself to blame. But believe me, if it happens again, I'm leaving. If it stays the same, I'm gone. When you're stabbed in the back and it's all to the wind, then it's time to move along. If it happens again, I'm leaving. I'm back on my things and gone. If it happens again, there'll be no looking back, and I won't say I told you so. I won't say I told you so. Balance in the work, all the work's been done. Your face rubbed in the dirt, I'm true for everyone. But believe me, if it happens again, I'm leaving. If it stays the same, I'm gone. When the compromise is the song that you sing, it's been going on too long. If it happens again, I'm leaving. I'm back to my things and gone. If it happens again, looking back, and I won't say I told you so. I won't say I told you so. If it happens again, I'm leaving. I'm back in my things and gone. If it happens again, there'll be no looking back, and I won't say I told you so. I won't say I told you so. If it happens again, I'm leaving. I'm back on my things and gone. If it happens again, there'll be no looking back, and I won't say I told you so. I won't say I told you so.
Luca, stop. No. I think it might be on repeat. Indeed it is. So yes, number one, I love the instrumentation. There are a lot of elements there. I'm not quite sure what I'm hearing. Like, there's one that sounds like a plucked string instrument, but I think it may have just been a keyboard line. There's definitely that brass, which is flourishing the whole tune, but really goes to another level and becomes more, what's the right word? Like a faster riff as it gets to the very end. There's also some like tambourine or rhythmic percussive cycles that have a very nice sound. Overall, there's a very warm, rich feeling. There's definitely some like, classic reggae keyboard lines that just give it that traditional feel. I don't know if you'd call it roots. Maybe it's somewhere between like roots and dancehall. I'm not quite sure, but yes, definitely a fun tune sonically. And there's a contrast, right? Because it's this warm, happy sounding tune, but it sounds like the narrator's fed up. And it sounds more specifically, although I don't think he comes out and says it exactly, but it sounds like his partner's been cheating on him and maybe comes back and says, okay, it's going to be different, and then it never is different, and she keeps doing it and she keeps doing it. And he's gotten to the point where he's saying, look, if it happens again, I'm packing my bags, I'm out of here. I'm not going to look back. I'm not going to tell you I told you so. It's just going to be the end because you're stabbing me in the back and I can't take this anymore. And so he's trying to assert what... No, you're going to knock everything down. I apologize. Luca is being very stubborn at the moment, in a cute way, but in a very stubborn way. But yes, it sounds like someone who has gone through it before, and not unlike the famous Depeche Mode line, never again is what you swore the time before. So it sounds like they've come back around to this situation many a time, and maybe he's given forgiveness and showed leniency toward behavior that is unfaithful or hurtful, but now he's saying it's not going to happen again. And indeed, I think that's indicated by the line like, if things stay the same, which would suggest that, there's been a pattern of this, and he's going to cut it off. So if there's no change in her behavior, now you're going back there? What are you doing? You're going to get stuck. I mean, she's trying to go behind my desk over here when there's like barely enough room for her to get in there. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to walk backward out of there, moonwalking cat. But yes, so there's a contrast between the bright and happy sonics and a sentiment which is self-empowering. There is a self-valuation that's happening, but at the same time, it's someone who's just fed up. They've had enough. They're upset at the seeming callous inability of the other person to be faithful to them, to treat them well. Now, again, I don't think it comes out and says that he's being cheated on. So maybe the repetitive, hurtful behavior is, dishonesty more generally or something like that. But stabbing in the back, it really does sound like there's a clear implication that the other person is going out with others and breaking the monogamous bond that they have. So that's my read on it. Once again, I don't know if this is a UB40 original or a cover, but I do very much enjoy the tune. They just have a really fun, groovy style of reggae. Now again, I've already heard a tune that goes into some heavier subject matter, so I don't expect every song to be sort of light and funny or happy, even necessarily in the sonics. But sometimes that's a cool contrast, right? Like sometimes a tune that delves into heavy or dark subject matter but has a bright, happy sounding sonic atmosphere, it makes a certain tension within the track. So I enjoy when tunes do that. Although in this case, I really do think it's having a bit of fun with the idea. Because again, like I'm packing my bags, I'm out the door, I'm not looking back, I'm not going to say I told you so, I'm just going to leave, that's it. There's almost like a comedy to it. It's someone, could be in like a sitcom or like a rom-com type of movie. That's the atmosphere that I pick up from this one. But yes, another fun song from UB40. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.